What's up? What's up? How is everyone today? I'm doing great. Brad's doing great. Drew's doing great. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Some fun stuff about road trips, about unique brands of soda, and about marketing giveaways, like some of the best things you can give away to really enhance your customers' experience with your brand. And we'll be talking about things that we've received that really made us happy when we buy the products we love. All this and more on today's What's in the Box.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah, so like I said before, we are doing some really fun stuff. Brad and I are going to get to do one of our first road trips together. And I'm excited about that. And we're going to do all kind of fun stuff, probably taste some craft sodas along the way. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to two different places, but our purpose is we're going to Memphis, Tennessee, coming up soon for a brother, go see our brother. Brad and I found out we're related. We're going to go see our brother. That's what it is. No, brother is one of the machines we use for digital printing, and they are doing a VIP, if you want to call it that. No, they're doing a VIP event.
Very important printers.
Very important printers. And they're going to be showing us and showcasing some, I guess, new technology and just, Brad, you might know more. What do you expect to happen when we go there? That's a good question.
I expect to be printed. I'm going to put my body into a GTX Pro B and have them print me. And then they're going to sell me. No, they're going to have like the big DTGs there. Like
the big ones.
The big boys. They're going to have some brothers, and then they also said something about like the sewing machine in the copy of the email. So
now, are we talking sewing machine or embroidery?
Well, embroidery, yeah. I call everything a sewing machine.
Because it looks like a sewing machine, and it pretty much functions, but you're not really adhering another piece of fabric to another piece, or tying. I don't know, would you call that fastening a piece of fabric to another fastened piece of fabric to another one, and then you make something beautiful?
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, embroidery is basically putting a design into fabric by sewing it into it. There's probably a better definition than what I just said, but...
What is the definition of embroidery?
We can look that up. That's what Droogle's here for. What is the definition of embroidery? We'll get that coming soon. But the thing about embroidery is there is different colors of threads that are sewn into the fabric. So you can change out the different colors of threads. Blah 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 blah. There, boom. There's your logo. There's a new technology where they dye the thread as they're sewing, and therefore it's kind of like a mix between digital printing and sewing. It's pretty crazy because the white thread is just white thread, pretty much, and white thread comes down this machine, goes through one machine that has a digital print head inside of it that dyes the thread way above the machine with a mathematical precision, so when it sews it, that color shows up down here. Yeah, on the actual object. So you can do infinite amount of thread colors in one design. So we're going to go see this machine. I've seen it before at a few conferences and shows, but this will be my first time really getting my hands dirty with this machine. And maybe Brad and I will get to make some creations of our own.
I'm going to sew stuff into my skin. I'm going to get decorated here. I pulled up the definitions, and it's one of those words that uses the word in the definition. The first one for embroidery is the art or pastime of embroidering cloth. Did yours say the same thing?
Mine says embroidery is the art of decorating fabric or other materials using a needle to stitch, thread, or yarn.
Using embroidery.
Yeah, using embroidery.
Using itself in the definition. That's totally fine. You can do that here. No. Embroidery is really interesting. I've noticed more and more trendy, I guess, uses of it would be like in a, what do they call those hats? You know what I'm talking about?
Dad hats.
Dad hats. Yeah, that's true. Dad hats.
Dad hats.
And everything from those, man, what do they call them? The flat bill.
Trucker hats.
But usually you would, I guess you could embroider a trucker hat. A lot of times we do transfers, just printing straight on that foamy part of a trucker hat.
Yeah.
Or the flat part of the wall, I guess you would say, because it's like a panel.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're basically a lot of cool hip hop artists and stuff like that.
Oh, bucket hats.
Bucket hats?
Like, you're talking about like Schoolboy Q bucket hat, like almost looks like a safari hat.
You can do those too.
Yeah.
I was thinking like I don't know why I'm going completely, like a flex fit was making a one size fits all version of this kind of hat I'm thinking of. Flat brim, flat bill, just a typical hat, baseball cap.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, we've seen more and more people want those kinds of things as well.
Josh Binkley Art said snapbacks.
Snapback, thank you. Send Josh Blinkley Art a free T-shirt because he cured my brain. You know, I'm having some brain fog today.
Yeah, it's funny that you said rappers, and I think Wiz Khalifa has the song "Snapbacks and Tattoos." I should have thought of that.
So I'm gonna get some snapbacks made with embroidery. Brad's gonna get some tattoos made with embroidery in honor of Wiz Khalifa, and it's gonna be great. That's right. So today, look, Mom, we have a special person in the chat. It's my mom.
Yep, she's been using all caps, all caps.
So
Shriners should embroider their hats. Do they not?
I don't know.
Like the little tall boys?
Oh, she heard you say bucket cap, and that's what she thought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they do use them as a bucket sometime too.
Yep. And so, speaking of my mom bought Brad a gift this week, and it is. You can tell them all about it, Brad.
It's Grape-A-Co. It's grape soda. It's the best grape soda, and it's diet because, as we discussed last week, I'm off the sugar and the caffeine. And Grape-A-Co is caffeine free, not a sponsor.
The sponsor could be Quick Trip.
Yeah.
Well, it's the unofficial sponsor of What's in the Box would be Quick Trip, with a unofficial partnership with Grape-A-Co.
Yeah.
Brad and I don't expect to get paid for any of these things. We just want to enjoy a frosty beverage. It's just something nostalgic about it, you know, about all the sodas that we drink. I just hope our kidneys, stay healthy. That's important. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no sugar, no sodium in Grape-A-Co. So, I mean, I've been on the Sprite Zero kick, dude.
Have you had Sprite Chill?
Yeah, before I became straight edge. David had one in there, and he gave me a swig of it, and it was really good.
Yeah, because at the movie theater, they put Sprite Chill in the frosty machine, in the freezy machine.
Dude, I bet that was good.
Pretty awesome. But I'm into making, I found out there's an actual term for this. It's called icebergs. And that's just where you get a soda. And that's why the movie theater is great. You have your soda machine, the one make any soda you want kind of machine, the Freestyle, Coca-Cola Freestyle. Then you add a blast of whatever frozy concoction you want floating on top. I learned about that at a really good Mexican restaurant here. Actually, it's a Cuban restaurant called La Fonda. But they would do Dos Equis with a floater of margarita floating on top of it. So instead of squeezing the lime in it, you just gotta
get some margarita slop.
Yep, and that's just hanging out on top, and it's all of it's great. Anytime you have a frozen iceberg, and your face gets to be the Titanic.
I always drink, like if I go to the movies and that's one, like I'm probably putting down 4 large ices.
Ices?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm pretty sure it exists, but I don't think like a diet icy. I've never seen a diet drink in an icy format.
No.
They might exist though. It just seems like there's a key element missing there. Maybe it won't.
Sugar.
Like sugar. That's it. That it won't freeze properly. Possibly.
But you Drew, you don't drink soda.
I did not.
And John, ever since I've known you, you've been always Coke Zero. So
Yeah.
because my taste buds have now changed. This doesn't bother me to drink this anymore. It was good even still when I was like real sugar boy, it was still good.
Mm-hmm.
But like now Sprite Zero tastes like I'm my baseline. When did your taste buds change from not missing a real Coke?
Like where I didn't miss it anymore if I...
Yeah.
Pretty, well, years and years ago when I stopped drinking soda, I used to work for Pepsi doing all the marketing event stuff. But sometime around then, I guess I was like, we get so much free Pepsi doing those marketing events, or Mountain Dew Code Red or something like that. And I remember one of the first ones I ever had was Sierra Mist. Zero, they call it Zero, just Diet Sierra Mist back then. And because we were running out of the regular Sierra Mist at the event. So I just started killing that.
Yeah.
And I think it just is one of those, you get used to it for a second.
Yeah.
And then now when I go back and have an actual sugar beverage, you realize how like rich and like
Hardcore.
syrupy
Yeah.
it all is. It doesn't feel clean, you know? But it does concern me if you were to pour a soda out on the ground, ants will like run away from it. You know what I mean? Other animals.
Oh yeah.
Like my dogs, if I were to leave any kind of like drink laying around, like this doesn't have this chemical fake sugar in it, they would drink it, but they walk up to a beverage I have open that's diet, and they'll just this is poison probably.
Well, like xylitol, or what? Like a lot of fake sweeteners are like dangerous to dogs.
Really?
So maybe
it's a blessing they're not doing that.
Yeah, so maybe other animals feel the same way, but just can like. Have you noticed what is the Taco Bell notification?
Yes.
Did you just get one like I did?
No, not yet.
Okay, have you noticed their app logo has changed to look like a Cheez-It?
Yeah, they're what Cheez-It?
To me, it looks like a Cheez-It.
Yeah, it just looks like I can't see what's going on.
Like that looks like, that looks like a Cheez-It.
They're talking about, yeah, it looks like a Dorito or something. Yeah, like a dusty, cheesy thing.
But it's got the hole in the middle and the ridges on the edge. So
They need to just go simple, just straight up the Taco Bell, and just call it a day.
have you had the green sauce?
I have the green sauce is wonderful.
So
We shouldn't be eating Taco Bell, but it's Taco Bell. It's a great way to quickly be unhealthy and forget about it and get back to being healthy again the next day. But back to our trip, one thing that we're excited about is we get to go to Buc-ee's for the Busey's? Busey's or Buc-ee's?
Little Boosies.
Brad, you've never been there, right? I want to confirm that. I've never been there, so we're excited about that. I'll probably buy some Buc-ee's merchandise because, I can remember the occasion. And then right below Memphis, we're going to Tunica, Mississippi, and we're going to stay at the Horseshoe. Brad, we've never been to a casino together.
No. Because we amplify our bad habits.
Yeah. Yeah, I go to a lot of the screen printing conventions and marketing conventions and whatnot, and a lot of those are in casino towns, and that's just part of the convention world. Or there's a casino nearby to stay at, to be entertained by and whatnot. And there's a lot of good stuff at some of these places, everything from the food. There's a Guy Fieri's Flavor Town experience.
I was just talking about that this morning.
So I guess we're going to Guy Fieri's Mouth Blaster, or whatever they call that place.
I've been dreaming about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to just pour donkey sauce down my throat.
Donkey sauce. I think I did go to he has like a chicken sandwich thing in Vegas. It's like a kind of his version of a fast food thing. It's not a restaurant. It's just you go up to the thing and get your sandwich, and then you walk away, and it's great. It's fantastic. I mean, the guy. And then I did in one of the airports when I was waiting for a plane, they had like a Guy Fieri's like restaurant there for you to while you're waiting for your plane, and they had like a guacamole cart, Where, you know, they have like a tableside guacamole person,
Yeah.
but it's a person who's walking around with a cart at all times, like a,
Just ready to go.
yeah, it's ready to go, like a carnival person. And all the ingredients are, you know, all the things you would put in guacamole. And one of them is pico de millo. Do you get that?
Kinda.
You did the guy.
Pico de gallo?
Oh.
And on the ingredient list, it says you can have pico de millo. And I'm like, that would only work if Guy Fieri is pushing the cart. But because I'd ask the lady, I'd be like, yes, can I get extra pico de millo? And she's like, is your name Guy? No, she didn't ask that.
name
But,
Guy.
so, pico de Jono.
I think my goal is to get there and just tag him in a bazillion posts from the Terminus Instagram and tag him so much to where he's like, who are these, who is this? Why are they doing this? And we're going to get him on the live.
Let's do it. If
That's
you
my
guys,
goal.
you know, if you guys want a free t-shirt in any way, just all you have to do is talk to us, really. Just be a part of the conversation all the way down to asking us a question. Asking us a question that Brad and I can talk about so we don't have to think of more content to talk about always helps us and makes for a much more interesting show. So if you have any things you want to ask about, talk about, just blurt it out. And if we talk about it, you're going to get a free t-shirt. So maybe I'll ask you a question. Is there any celebrities that you guys think that we should engage with to get them to be on the show? At least get them a Terminus tee. If we could get, say, Guy Fieri to send us an address to send a Terminus shirt to, we would do that.
Yeah.
If he wears it in the world, that's just great. We just know that Guy is out there in a Terminus shirt. He's our guy. And you know, I miss him.
Is he still not? I don't have cable, but I mean, dude, diners, drive-ins, and dives was like my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because most everybody's that's cut back to any version of like live streaming anything. I wonder how much stuff we don't realize we're missing and celebrities we used to watch. Like, I don't think.
I am so ignorant of most pop culture nowadays. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about Guy Fieri for a minute until I saw the restaurant was in the casino that we're going to. So that was exciting. So I was like, man, you know, maybe we get to see Guy. What if he's there?
We do print for Alton Brown, though.
Yes, that's true.
We do print for Alton Brown, so we kind of have an in.
Yeah. I don't know if Alton Brown and Guy Fieri hang.
They have to. They've got to. It would break my worldview if they didn't.
Well, maybe that's what needs to happen on the episode of What's in the Box, is that we have an episode featuring Guy Fieri and Alton Brown. And hopefully you guys would watch that. I would just sit back and watch them talk.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Brad and them two, and then me and Drew are just going to watch them talk and see what happens.
I
It
used
might
to-
get violent.
It might. I'll take my shirt off. No, I really, absolutely. Alton Brown is one of my heroes. Guy Fieri is actually one of my heroes too, because they're both really good dudes. And Alton Brown definitely, like, his appreciation for food scientifically and how stuff ticks. And Guy Fieri is mostly just the creativity and how happy he is.
Yeah.
He's just a happy dude, and I can't, like, I don't think I've been this pumped in a long time to go to.
See, this is where you don't, what do they say, you never want to
meet your
meet
heroes.
your heroes or idols or something like that. Guy's going to come and start flipping tables, and Brad's just going to get hurt. His feelings will be hurt. You know. That is it. By the way, we just had a suggestion for a celebrity by Josh Blinkley Art. Sorry, I said that wrong. Binkley
Binkley? Josh Binkley Art.
Art.
Binkle.
Sorry,
Binkles.
I'm so terrible at reading screen tags. They run all together. And, yeah, my bad. But Brad Pitt, What's in the Box, which would be accurate. That would be a very
Fitting.
fitting thing. And maybe Gwyneth Paltrow's head could be here. We should start doing a episode. This would actually make sense. We need to start having something random
In the box.
in a box. We'll get one of these boxes behind me. And we'll put something in there. And we'll do like a, if you can guess what it is, by the end of the episode, you get a free 100-piece t-shirt order. How about something like that, right? It'll be like a 20 questions game, but the community, you guys can work together to discover what's in the box. And it will never be Gwyneth Paltrow's head, I promise. I'm not going to jail for you guys.
A wax replica.
That's fine. A replica of Gwyneth Paltrow. Totally fine.
Dan Lawson, maybe on Facebook, says you guys rock.
Thank you, Dan Lawson of
Thank
the Dan
you,
Lawson
Dan.
Band. We just printed some of your shirts about a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Dan Lawson. Check out the Dan Lawson Band because he said hi to us.
Yes.
I need to check him out too. So I will.
I think we printed like 2 or 3 designs for them.
Dan Lawson?
Mm-hmm.
Have you listened to his band yet?
Mm-mm. I don't have speakers on my computer. My speakers like blew up, and I've yet to change it because I've got everything plugged into like the terminal on the back of like my little crazy credenza thing. It's not little; it's actually gigantic. But yeah, getting behind there and doing all that.
I saw a new brand of speakers that Bluetooth to your phone and that as a secondary headset, and it plays music. You have a left and right speakers,
Really?
and they have LED going along with the music around your soles, and it just emits music so you can walk and just make everyone listen to your feet.
Gosh, dude. So I went.
Now you mix that with wheelies.
Yeah, you got a good time.
Yeah.
You don't. We're not. I don't think anybody here that works at Terminus Tees or any normal human is the people that have their phone playing music all the time or in public space. They're awful people. We especially out on. We're playing disc golf last Saturday, and this guy, he's shirtless. He is blasting early 90s hip hop.
Was this true?
No.
No.
He was about as he's a big dude, about as big as I am, shirtless, blasting on his hip hop. Shanks his disc in the water. Walks into the water with his shoes on. He's wet. He's soggy wet. And so at that point in time, we had let him pass, and then we caught back up to him. He was like, "I'll just play with y'all." We're like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
And we played the rest. We played the back 9 with him, +2.
And was his music just blaring the whole time?
Yep. He listened to me and my buddy talk, and he went from 90s hip hop to, and then he put on like Leonard Skinner radio.
Was that a judgment?
I think it was a judgment call. And I was like, "Yeah, this is sick, dude." So we started talking about, music, and I had just watched there's a YouTube channel, this dude named Rick Beato. He has a lot of crazy people on his show, but he did a 3-hour-long interview with Brendan O'Brien. So like the Pearl Jam's second and third record, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So Mastodon Records.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He did some Mastodon records? Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen too, right?
Oh, he might have. He's the soundtracks of my childhood. I know that for sure. He is definitely produced, engineered, and mixed. And I started talking to the dude about Brendan O'Brien, but turns out we have the same middle name. And that's a good question. Someone needs to guess my middle name, and we'll give you something.
Is it Breezes?
Nope. That's just. I think Dylan Lynn gave me that moniker years ago.
Is it? I'm just trying to think of the ones that you put on the chat software.
No, it's me and this dude that I met randomly have the same middle name. He goes by his middle name as his name. I've never told you my middle name before.
Mm-mm.
It's crazy.
Nope, I don't. So someone guessed Michael.
Nope.
Not Michael. See, we'll be guessing all day long. We have to.
This can be a running thing.
Okay. We're going to give something, I guess, extra special for someone who can guess Brad's name. The problem is someone's going to go, can someone find it out by just searching you online somewhere? So this is a mystery.
I don't have a social.
Will I be able to look at it if I look at our payroll software? It might not even be in there.
I don't think I ever, I don't have I'm off the grid, man.
Yeah, well, so we got to figure out Brad's middle name. If you can guess it, You'll get free T-shirts. We'll send you multiple free T-shirts. This is a challenge here.
Get that dude on the show shirtless. We'll pick the shirt for him.
That's amazing. Yes. Oh, yeah. We could print. We could design it live, print it live, and make the man walk here, have your shirt full instead of shirtless. So.
It was a crazy time. He's a cool dude, though, I guess, at the end of things, but.
William.
Nope.
Bill. Brad Bill.
Brad Bill.
Bradley Billiam. I don't know. It's going to be something either so plain or so ridiculous, one of the two.
It's so ridiculous, I'll give you all that hint.
Is it an actual, like, you said the guy goes by it as his first name, so it's a common name that we would hear in public?
No, it's very uncommon.
Very uncommon?
Very uncommon, very wild.
For anyone to have, or just a standard man name, I guess you would say?
It's few and far between. Like, he's only the second person I've ever met in my life that goes by that name.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Herschel Walker Kyler. How about that?
Herschel. That's a cool name, though.
Go Dogs.
Herschel. Is there not a C in there? It sounds like there should be.
There might be.
Herschel.
It's the Ley. Your mom's gonna figure it out.
What?
She asked, "Is it Brad or Bradley?"
Bradley.
Ley. I'm a Ley.
Uh-oh. She's using my dad's national security software to find
Yeah, she's gonna crack it. I got an Apple Watch.
Is that new?
Yeah, I got it yesterday.
How do you like it?
It's awesome.
See, I haven't worn, I don't know if I've ever really worn a watch before, ever in my
neither.
life.
And I can't wear necklaces, but this dude, I did the whole sleep schedule thingy and the heart rate, and it's definitely motivating me to continue on this health journey.
Yeah.
And I got some good sleep last night, it told me, so I'm pumped on it.
That's good.
I'm pumped on it.
Man, I might have to. My wife's been trying to get me to get one for a while. Now Brad has one. Well, I've seen a lot of my friends have them. I was just like, man, I just don't wear watches.
Yeah.
But if I can get over that, it's like,
I'm trying not to think about it.
yeah, I mean, maybe my whole thing is like, I don't know. I don't need to wear one from a style standpoint, but maybe I can get into the usefulness of it.
That's where I'm at. And it's so right now, I'm so proud of myself because my heart rate has been under 80 BPM all morning.
That's great.
And I'm usually sitting at $110, $120.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's not your blood pressure. That's your heart rate.
Resting heart rate?
Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. I've got it where it tracks it all the time in increments or whatever, so I'm here for it. Feel good about it. Measures my steps. It's good.
We got Scooter as a guest.
No.
Bradley Abercrombie.
No.
From Dan.
Dan.
Bradley.
Bradley and Fitch.
So besides going to the Horseshoe, we're going to go try some Memphis barbecue, I guess, while we're there.
Yeah.
As long as we can keep Brad's heart rate under control.
Yes.
And they don't use too sweet of a sauce. Is Memphis sauce sweet?
Memphis is like dry rub, isn't it?
Maybe that's true.
Or
It's
is
weird because anytime you hear, it seems like most barbecue sauces are sweet,
I like more South Carolina is mustard, North Carolina is vinegar, or is that backwards?
It's so weird because, there might be a typical thing, but it's like, here in Georgia, I've had it all in one state. I can't, but definitely mustard is a South Carolina thing.
Yeah, mustard sauce, I'm not too big of a fan. I just like there used to be a barbecue restaurant in Ball Ground called Two Brothers, and they had, it was very thin, spicy, vinegar based. And their barbecue was kind of, do you like a wet a juicy barbecue or more dry?
Way more, more tender, juicy, but more because of the fat and cooking, not because of the sauce.
See, I like dry barbecue wet sauce. I'm
Yeah.
strange. Most people do not agree with me on that point.
See, I'm one of those weirdos that I don't think is weird at all. Actually, I would rather have like a pickle and coleslaw on a barbecue sandwich.
Pickles, yes. Coleslaw, no.
Coleslaw is a game changer on it for me, but some people don't agree, like Brad. That's
It's
so fine.
Memphis style, right? The coleslaw.
Is it? I mean, I just know that I've been always using coleslaw forever on it. But it's got to be the best is Duke's mayonnaise-based coleslaw.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, so we're gonna try some of that, and then yeah, we'll get some gaming in. I think we have pool view room.
I wonder if they're gonna have horseshoes at the Horseshoe.
That would be so weird if they didn't. And there's other casinos around there too, so we get to go and we can do whatever we want. It'll be a day of. It won't be like Vegas. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing. Not even Atlantic City. Atlantic City would be the next closest thing. That's not even like Vegas. Because Vegas is just over the top every single version of everything.
Yeah.
To the point where you're just kind of walking around in amazement the whole time that everything exists. So
Everything exists.
yeah, so that's what's going to happen there. And we're excited to see this new DTG stuff that's going on. They have these, I mean, it's a huge machine.
I think it's at the factory, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
are we going
this-
to like their HQ?
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty neat. Like, it's gonna be
Yeah,
pretty neat.
because
Though.
Brother makes lots of stuff. You've probably seen their logo before. They make actual printers in like,
They make paper printers,
paper printers, I mean.
copiers,
yeah, copy printers.
staplers,
Yeah, they make all kinds of things.
laminators.
So we're gonna go get to see specifically the garment decorating world, all the things that belong with that, because this is a mix between one of our distributors and Brother Hirsch.
Yeah.
It's all tech stuff with us, but it's going to be really interesting, guys, because this will give us a vision of, you know, what we're going to be doing as a company by adding more and more of these kind of like abilities into our production line. We already have some digital printers, but it's just getting better and better and higher quality. Digital printing has been around for a little bit of time, but it's hitting this, it's just like anything, it's hitting a stride right now, it's getting better. And some of these machines are crazy. One person printing hundreds of shirts an hour off of a digital printer kind of things. So that way, you know, because we actually have a lot of customers who do their bulk orders, they want them digital printed, or maybe the job calls for it for some reason. So we have both bulk screen printing presses, but we have, I wouldn't call our digital printers bulk printers in the same way. You would have to keep adding lots and lots of printers to match any kind of bulk speed. But still, at the same time, that doesn't really matter. It's about the efficiency of getting the job done and the quality of the end result for the customer. And
Yeah, a lot of anime conventions, a lot of conventions just in general, it'll always be digital. Because, I mean, the people having a press as big, you know, it's just not common anymore because of digital and DTG and stuff like that. So you just don't see people rocking, you know, huge oval presses here, you know. Maybe gigantic shops still do it, but then it's just like, you know, a gigantic shop's not going to take, you know, 300-400 piece order for a convention that's happening in Atlanta.
yeah,
So we get the privilege of doing that, you know, and that's real cool because it's a lot of this stuff we print for Anime Weekend Atlanta, and that's local. NostalgiaCon is a huge one that we do. They order thousands of shirts from us a year, and it's always digital. It's just like sweet anime girls.
there are way more cons out there that even I knew existed.
Yeah.
There's a con for most stuff. There's furry cons,
That's what we need to make. We need to do T-shirt con,
t-shirt con.
shirt con.
I'm pretty sure that well, they don't call it t-shirt con, but that would be they have print hustlers thing that some of them do.
But we'll do T-shirt con.
Yeah, that focuses more on the t-shirt fan wear side of it than the like merchandise con,
Yeah.
merch con.
Merch con.
Yeah, something like that. You guys can come. They will have it. The Terminus Tees merch con.
Yeah. We can team up with we can have awards like taking it to the next level award.
Yeah, and once we learn how to put on a conference, then we can have a conference to help people learn how to put on conferences called ConCon.
Gone.
And you'll be invited to ConCon as well. So that's in the works. Brad and I just it's on the docket.
Yes.
We even have a docket.
What is a docket?
Has anyone ever had a docket?
Is that the thing that the judge slams?
That's a gavel.
Okay.
But people just say that something's on the docket. It's kind of like when people say I'm on a budget, when they really mean I'm not spending money right now.
Yeah.
Not that they did a mathematical breakdown of all their expenses versus savings, profit, and
Josh Binkley said, used to run a 5-color press and did digital heat transfers. Never seen a direct digital print. Sounds great. You have probably saw one without knowing it if you've ever been to any kind of gift shop in the past 2 to 3 years. But yeah, dude, you gotta squirt this stuff on it called pre-treat, and then you bake the pre-treat on there with either a heat press or a dryer, and then you throw it on the pallet, and then it kind of eats it, and the machine goes, x-axis prints while it feeds in through the y-axis, and then you have your print. And it's real sick. It does an underbase, and then it does your colors, and then it does like another highlight white, as we would call it in the screen printing world. And just recently, brother did the whole DTF transfer thing. You can like make your brother GTX a DTF machine. So yeah, they're doing some cool stuff over there, and we get to see it.
yeah.
I'm just going to be asking. So I'm going to be the most annoying person there, but like the person that the teacher, like, he's annoyed, but he's like secretly likes you.
Yeah.
Not secretly, but I just get really I get really nerdy to the extent where it's like, dude, shut up.
Well, the thing is too, anytime I've ever gone to even the conferences and asked them questions, what we do is kind of unique in a certain way. But it's more the way we vision our vision on how we want things to be when we print and whatnot. The fact that you made a point that they do an underbase. A lot of these digital printers weren't made by people in the print industry in the sense of garment printing in the first place. So they'll do things that you just wouldn't do, like underbase certain, like black and other colors on a dark color shirt. And so whenever I ask questions about how do we bring in more t-shirt printing theory into this, because you have to realize Brother is a printing company, not a t-shirt company.
No.
So they're making a solution for t-shirt printers, but part of what we're doing, I'm hoping, and what has been done is that t-shirt printers meet with them and say, look, if you're going to do it, it's got to be done a certain way or a certain end result, and there's or the ability to modify and be like, this time around, because Brad does this all the time. This time around, I decide not to underbase this color because maybe the shirt is going on or some factor. But when they take a one size fits all, no pun intended, way to do it on t-shirts, it kind of it takes away the creativity and the abilities of the printers. So yeah, it'll be exciting to see what's coming in down the pipes too. I'm hoping we'll be able to have some really good future tech talks with these guys and be able to come back to you guys and say, guess what? This stuff's getting better and better. It's a great time for you guys to really be thinking about, what you want to create without having the art be the limitation.
Yeah.
Because our friend here, he just said that you had 5 heads or something. And you have to realize, if you don't know about screen printing, that means in screen printing, he would have 5 complete colors he can use on the shirt. So therefore, if you're going to do a picturesque design or a really intense painting kind of looking thing,
you'd be maxed out.
You'd have to get creative with it. You'd be maxed out, basically. So digital does some cool stuff, but I want it to be as quality and the texture and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
And
Josh Binkley said again, I have a Terminus T with the skulls and bones with a rotten apple skull. Is that digital print? It is not. It is a 8-color screen print.
which one is that again?
like the peach skull.
Oh yeah, the peach skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. Well, technically, in all, I think our machines are we have two 14 colors.
You got two 12s.
Two 12s. I'm sorry, 14 station.
Yeah, two 12s, a 10, and an 8. And really, because a 5, I don't know what if Jacob Rowe said Elwood is a great employee. Dare you say I'm wrong? I can't say that you're wrong. I like the guy a bunch.
He's a really cool dude.
He's funny.
His name's Elwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, Telly has 3 names.
Yeah. Huggles.
No, Cuddles.
Cuddles.
Did you say Huggles?
I said Huggles.
Oh man, he maybe has 4 now. Oh, Huggles.
I was actually talking about Guy Fieri to him this morning. He was like, "Yeah, I met him." I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, I hung out with him."
That's
like,
pretty cool.
Okay, that's sick, dude.
That's really cool.
He's definitely. This morning, I do this weird thing where I give the sales reps points that don't really matter. It's like who's mine, be like +10. And he sent an art check, and he was like this, that, this, and he did. He was just like, "Dude, that's awesome." And I was like +10 points, but. Yesterday, he kept on getting this person that kept on sending the same art file that was bad, but it was just over and over and over and over again. And finally, he was like, "This is my last try. They did this, did that." So I did like a poured the 40 out for the homies picture. He got it. He understood what I was saying, and he laughed. And I was like, "This is a cool dude. It's a cool dude. Like that guy a bunch." Yeah, great addition to the team.
So yeah, Elwood is awesome. Thanks for Jacob, bro. I haven't seen Jacob in a while. He's a very nice dude as well. So good dudes knowing good dudes is a good time.
Did you tell Jace hey?
Jace? Oh yeah. What about?
We told him to tell Jace hey.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I think we both probably have.
I think I need just the. Maybe I should just email or text or call Jace and say hey myself.
Do I still have Jace's?
Coffin Crew Apparel. Hello peeps. Hello peep.
Yep.
How are you?
We should FaceTime Jace.
I know. Jace time.
Okay, he said he did.
Sweet. He said, hopefully he said nice things back. I hope
he's like, who are those guys?
He's like, I don't remember them. They're no one to me. That's how it goes around here. So yeah, other than that, yeah, we got our trip coming up. I'm excited about that. So we're leaving. It's actually, we'll have another one to hang out with you guys. Probably 2 more before it's not until the 17th of this month. I'm just already excited about it.
Next month.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm already
on the 31st.
Yes, today's the last day of May. It's the end of May going into June. Summer is officially here. Hopefully everybody's excited about that and getting ready to be in the pool and all that stuff. I haven't been on like an actual vacation in a while. I did go to Mo's wedding. Not to say that wasn't a fun time. It just wasn't.
And you had stuff planned.
Yeah, stuff planned. Had make sure everybody's hanging out together and be on time to stuff. But I mean, I'm ready for like a lazy vacation, just to go away for a couple days. So, but I'll find some vacation value in our trip as well. But I do want to try to figure out somewhere to go. My wife's a teacher, so she's off for the summer. And like I've said before, the summer is so much shorter for our teachers and students nowadays than when I was young. And probably since you were too, even,
I remember it being a solid
3 months or something.
To the point to where at the very end I was like, I kind of want to go back to school, especially first, second grade when you're just like, I want to go see my friends that I haven't seen in what feels like years, But no, definitely now. What is it, like a month and a half, 2 months maybe?
Yeah, no, it's right at 2 months total. But they get way more days or weeks off during the year than we used to.
Yeah, and that was cool because I remember when that started happening right as I entered high school.
Yeah.
So my 9th grade year, I got in and then they're like, "Oh, it's fall break." I'm like, "What is fall break?"
Yeah.
But it always happened on my birthday. So I got a whole week off for my birthday, and that was sick.
I think actually this year, the very first day of fall break is your birthday. I might be wrong about that, or maybe the next week.
Okay.
Because your birthday's on a Monday this year.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I don't really...
Am I right? That'd be great if I...
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
No, you're right. Monday. I just can't... Dude, I'm so used to looking at Gusto calendar.
Yeah, it's pushed back a day or something
weird. Oh, my
weird.
God.
Make your calendars right, people.
Seriously. And what's up with them? It's always like the English, the Brit, you know, the UK time. It's like, or the date, how they do it. It's like date, month, then year,
Right.
and that confuses me.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, other than that, I've had a good time talking about this. I'm excited about our trip. Gonna have some barbecue, some Boosies, some Buckies.
Boosies, little Boosie.
Got some Grey Poco, and gonna be able to get to see some new brother equipment. Excited about that too. We're gonna send you guys some free T-shirts. Everybody who kind of talked to us a little bit, but definitely everybody who engaged, we're gonna give you some free T-shirts. Remember, if you can figure out Brad's middle name, you're gonna win just prizes. It's just going to be great. And we're going to come up with more games in the future to give you guys more and more free stuff because it's fun. That's one of my favorite things to do ever is just do giveaways. And speaking of that, we got some really good ones coming in the pipes too for our customers. So be looking out in the mail for that. Actually, it'll be coming UPS. So some of you guys will be getting some really awesome new stuff that you didn't even know was coming.
Yep.
And that's some of the best kind of free giveaways is just
Surprise.
Here's something neat. Brad's in your house. Brad's going to be showing up in the middle of the night to talk to you.
Yes.
That would be a really fun segment to film as well. But other than that, I've had a good time. Hopefully Brad's had a good time.
Great time. Great times.
Thank you guys for watching In the Box, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week. And bye.